Welcome back to the Coach's Corner East program. I'm Galleon Pizza Hut. I am your host, Mike Sparks, as we get ready to wrap up the season with the final segment of the Crestline track program here tonight. The show is brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Galleon and Bucyrus, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, North Walnut Street, across from the courthouse in Bucyrus. Phil and Sue Schreck at Phil's Deli, just east of the Pizza Hut at the bridge in Galleon. Kyle Strauch is with us. He is the track coach at Crestline High School. How many years doing track at Crestline now?
If you want to count the COVID year, 5.
5, okay. So I think we talked one time, you were girls basketball coach for a number of years. You actually dabbled in football this year, did some boys basketball with Coach Sanders this year. But I think, refresh my memory, but I think you said track was always your first love, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is that?
Just the sport I kind of gravitated to in high school. I went to college for a year for it.
Okay.
Just a sport I've always loved. I'm more of a laid-back person, and it's a laid-back sport. So
Yeah, and you graduated from where again?
Crestline.
Crestline, okay, all right. And what year?
2008.
2008, okay. And where did you participate in college at?
Siena Heights, it's up in Michigan.
Oh, sure.
High school.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So you are back at it, and when you look back at last year, what did you think went well, and what didn't go so well last year?
We had 3 of our boys make it to regionals. All 3 of them are now graduated. Alex Sipes, Ethan Clark, Calvin Reed. It's going to be tough to replace them and all our seniors. But that was probably the most successful part of the season, getting them to regionals. Numbers-wise, last year it was just tough for us to compete in the meets because we just couldn't fill a lineup out, which is going to be much better for us this year.
Good.
But yeah.
Girls-wise?
Girls-wise, we're up to. Last year we had 6. I believe it's 10 or 11 right now. So we're up a little bit there too as well.
Yeah, and that's it's so tough at a small school like Crestline, and you look at somebody like Maddie Engler, and she's going to be swinging the bat and then trying to do something on the track as well. And I'm going to ask her about that. But you got to love those individuals that are dual. And I know you've had some. Well, Ethan Clark last year was baseball and track, and it makes it tough in some ways to be a shared athlete, but you got to be thankful for them as well.
Oh, absolutely. I'm thankful just for Crestline in general, allowing these students to do that. Just for both teams to be able to have success. I know baseball, softball, they pretty much have to make it their primary because they have games every day.
Right.
But I know they're helping that program out, and whenever they have a chance, they come over to us and they help us out.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the classroom. Sometimes you got to teach things that you don't normally prepare for just to cover things. So, yep. So when you look at numbers 9 through 12 on both the boys' side and the girls' side, what are you about approximately?
We're actually about double what we had last year. Last year we had 19 total. This year looking at about 36, 37 right now. So, which is great improvement. Middle school wise, we're about 20 kids total. So we're in the 50s, 7 through 12, which is awesome. By far the most we've had since I've been back.
Now, are you taking that all on yourself, or do you have some assistants that are helping?
Yeah, we have Gary Almanson, who helps coach basketball.
Sure.
It helps on the high school side. So there's Joe Borders, who was a bowling coach.
Yep.
And we also have 2 middle school coaches, Tyler Albright and Kevin Richardson. So we have 5 different coaches.
Good. That's got to help. Now, the junior high, do they work out with you?
Yeah, they practice with us out there, and sometimes they do their own thing, sometimes they hop in with us, but yeah, they're out there as well.
All right, very good. Early on, you haven't had a whole lot of time to be outside because the weather just hasn't really cooperated. You know, we're 70 one day and we get snow the next day, but of course, really nice today. What have you liked about what you've seen out of your athletes this year so far?
I've shared this with the other coaches a couple times. It's a very coachable group. It's a very coachable group of kids. I think we're really going to enjoy it. They do what we ask them to do. They're working hard. We're asking them to just explore some things at times as well, especially later on in the season, maybe something they're not going to like to do, but I think they're going to be willing to do it if they understand that it will help the team. I think this is a group that would do that.
Good. That's a great asset to have. Sometimes that's half the battle is just getting through them. So, all right, we'll take a break before we talk to the young people around the table. We're brought to you in part by Steve Kurtzman and Associates at Innovative Recycling, 352 South Street in Galleon, Candy Bowling and Bowling Realty, 2 blocks west of the Uptown Galleon Square, John Cross at Cross Carpet and Custom Floors, 302 North Celsius Street, downtown Crestline. And Senior Conner Lusk joins me first, and we've been talking a lot during this year, be it football, then basketball, and now track, and congratulations on a great basketball year, and I know ended too soon, but you had to enjoy your senior year for sure.
Yeah, it's been rough and great at the same
Yeah,
time.
right.
We got through football to basketball, but
Yeah.
it's been great.
And now you're on the track and to finish up your high school career. What events will you be taking place in?
I'm a 400 runner and a high jumper and 4x1.
Okay, what's your favorite?
My favorite?
Yeah.
It'd have to depend how I'm feeling.
How the legs are feeling?
Yeah, sometimes high jump, sometimes 400.
Yeah. What do you feel you could go the farthest in the tournament? What event?
400.
400. Okay. Do you think you can get down to Columbus on that? Is it possible?
Hopefully.
Yeah. What time do you think you would have to run to get?
I'd probably have to shave a couple seconds off mine. I usually run like a 54 is my
50,
best.
is that right? Okay, so you kind of have to be low 50s to
Yeah.
really excel there. The coach said you got numbers up. That's got to help you and probably spell you a little bit that you don't have to do as many things as the past. Do you like this group that's out this year?
Yeah, I like how we got a lot of people out. Makes things easier on him and us because we can do more things as a group.
Yeah.
Because last year was very limited to numbers.
Right. Absolutely.
That held us back a little bit.
Yeah. Well, good luck. Enjoy your final sporting interaction here as you finish up your senior year, and I appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for
It's
having
always
me.
been good talking to you over the years. Maddie Engler is here next. Welcome and good to see you again. You were here just, was it last week? 2 weeks ago. 2
Yeah,
weeks
like
ago
2
for
weeks,
softball. And, that's what I wanted to ask you about because you're doing both sports, and I give you a lot of kudos for doing that. Is softball take precedence? I mean, if you got a meet and softball on the same day, which one are you going to go to?
If I have a meet and a softball game on the same day, I'm going to
Yeah.
go to my softball game.
Yeah, okay. And but a lot of these meets are on weekends, and you don't
Yeah.
always have softball games on the weekends, but rainouts could maybe change that a little bit. What events are you going to participate in track?
I will probably do a little bit of 100, a 200, and then probably a relay, and then long jump.
That's okay.
It all depends on when I get to the field, because some days we'll have a track meet and a softball game on the same day, and then I'll just go over to the track for the like sometimes he throws us in the 4x4 and we'll go run that.
Yeah, you got to find
Right after
somewhere
softball,
to switch out of the softball uniform into the track
Yeah.
uniform, and then, boy, I tell you what, that'll give you a lot of credit. That's not easy to do for sure. What do you like about this group, the girls that you're with?
I feel like we all get along really well, even though we're all not best friends. We can gel well together.
Yeah,
and get
sure.
along.
Do you think you guys on the girls' side will be stronger in like sprints, relays, distance, or throwing?
We have a little bit of everything on the girls' side. We have a couple throwers. We have a few sprinters, and then Ashlyn, she runs distance.
Yeah,
So I think we'll be pretty even in all those categories.
good. Well, enjoy it. You're going to be a busy young lady. Don't neglect the studies, but you're going to be busy all spring long. So have a great time with it. Enjoy. I like the Red Wings. Good choice there. Solid choice. Next up, we have Lexi Levine. Appreciate you coming out. How are you?
Good.
Good. And what are you going to be participating in this year?
The 100, 200, 400, and 800 relay.
Okay, so you're going to be the sprint, the real quick stuff. Now, are you a freshman?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you've run junior high track before?
Last year was my first year.
First year, okay. So what do you hope to get better from last year to now being on a varsity team?
I really want to get my 400 time.
400. What do you need to be? What do you want it to be?
At least in the 50s.
Okay, yeah, that's going to take a lot of work though, isn't it? Body-wise, do you feel pretty good right now? Feel like you're getting stronger, starting to get the aerobics a little bit? Yeah, and it probably helps outside rather than doing it inside, right? All right. Do you have a favorite track that that you like to run at, or don't you know yet? Is it just
The Loudounville track.
why?
That's where I set my record last year.
It's got a special place in your heart. Then
She's fast.
we'll go back there and set some new records this year. Good luck. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. One of my favorite people of all time to interview, Danny Kaiser. It's good to see you again. How are you?
I'm good. About you?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. You were here during cross country. You did a lot of great things on cross country. Now it's your last time, and you're hitting the track, and you're going to be a distance runner there, obviously, right?
Yep.
What are your best races to run?
Everything hard for me, so I'll take mile.
The mile, okay, 1600? Is that?
Yeah, 600.
Yeah, 1600. Do you do the 32 as well, 3200? And they're not always back to back, but how do you and your legs say after you're running 1600 meters that now I got to do double that? Is that hard for you?
Well, sometimes my race is tired.
Yeah.
Like mile or 2 miles.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, body-wise, you feeling good?
Yeah.
You've probably been working out since cross-country, getting some miles in. You feel pretty good?
The worst tired, like strong fish of mine,
Yeah.
and I'm ready 2 mile.
Yeah. Are you going to be asked to do anything other than distance? Are you going to be asked to do any other event other than distance?
Well, no.
No, just distance.
Yeah, just run.
Just get out there and run. Well, I hope for your sake, as a senior, that you're running in Columbus in June. That would be a really wonderful thing. You've been such a very special person, a very nice young man. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Next up, it's Ashlyn Calnek, and it's good to see you again. You doing good?
Yep.
Okay, and you're going to be a distance runner as well?
Yep.
Okay, so 1,600, 3,200?
Yeah.
Okay, have you done those before?
Not really. I ran an 800, I think maybe twice last year, but I stepped in for a lot of relays last year.
Okay, so will you be doing relays again this year or not?
I might have to step in for a couple, but it's not my primary
Okay, what is your strongest suit?
distance.
Distance. You just want to get out there and run.
Yeah.
Now, that's got to be, I mean, it's a mental thing too, because you're trying to tell your body to overcome being tired or being sore. Are you one that wants to start out fast and get ahead of everybody else and hope that they don't catch up, or do you get stronger in the middle, or do you get stronger at the end?
I feel like you have to start and end strong and just keep it steady in the middle.
Yeah, good mindset. We talked with Maddie a little bit about the girls and the number of girls on the team, and even though you may not always be best friends, you get along. Do you like the cohesiveness of this group?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's good. And it was kind of like basketball. You talked about it during basketball season. It kind of is flowing over into that as well. Well, good luck to you. Enjoy it. Have a great opportunity, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, it is Carter Jones. And Carter, I appreciate you coming out. What year are you?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Okay, very good. And you've run track before at Crestline?
Not at Crestline. I ran track at Crawford back in 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
7th grade.
Okay. And so this is your first time go around at Crestline?
And a while too, yeah.
Okay. What will you be participating in this year?
I believe the 100, 200, high jump, and some sort of relay.
Yeah. Is that a lot to ask for a young person to do in one meet, or are you okay with that?
I just like running in general.
Yeah.
I just like competing.
Yeah, good. Do you have a favorite? I mean, I know this is your first time at Crestline. Have you thought about maybe some favorite teams to compete against, or have you really not given it much thought?
Obviously Crawford.
Yeah, right.
But not really. Galleon. I know a lot of people from Galleon, but not too many teams really.
Is there some records at Crestline that you think you can shatter this year?
I have no clue what the records are at, but I would love to shatter a 100, 200 record.
Yeah, that'd be
something
great.
like that.
What do you think you can get in a 100?
I have no clue.
It's going to take more work to figure it out.
Yeah, I need to figure that out first, but I definitely feel like I could do something in the 100.
Good. Well, welcome to the program. I hope you leave your mark on it and just have an enjoyable year for sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And Hunter Gibbons is up. It's Gibbon, not Gibbons, right?
Gibbons.
With an S? Yeah. Okay, I better put an S down.
Mic up here,
We haven't talked since bowling season, right?
Yep.
And a good year. Congratulations on
Thank
that. I hope you had a lot of fun.
I did.
Good. Is it kind of nice that you have your bowling coach helping out on track too?
Yeah, definitely. We've grown a bond over the last couple of years, so it helps going into other sports. So,
Yeah, for sure. And what will you be participating in this year?
shot put and discus.
Shot and disc, okay. And you've done that before in the past?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that something that you can maybe get a record on?
Yes, sir.
Which one, shot or disc?
Both.
Okay, which one do you prefer?
Probably shot put.
Shot put, you like that a little bit
Yeah.
better? I asked the Colonel Crawford, I asked Nick Ticklewick this, and is it more strength in your mind, or is it footwork, or is it a combination?
Combination of both. If your footwork ain't good, you're gonna mess something up.
Yeah.
And it messes your throw up.
Now, is there any kind of coordination between the footwork you had to have in the bowling lane to what you're doing here? Is there any mesh point there where you say, okay, I had to get my footwork down here, now I can do it on the shot put?
Not at all.
Nothing. It's completely different.
Completely different.
Okay, that tells you how much I know about bowling. So, well, I hope you get a chance to break a couple
Yep.
school records. That would be very, very special. And I appreciate you coming out tonight.
Thank
and
you.
wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having us.
You bet. I'm going to take another break before we finish up with Coach here. Show is brought to you in part by Terry Gribble and Associates at your Gallion Community Center YMCA. Dr. Erica Schubert, Bucyrus Veterinary Service, 222 West Mary Street, Bucyrus. Rod Steiger and Associates at Pizza Hut here in Gallion and Bucyrus, host of our show since 1992. And Luann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery and Screen Printing, sponsor of our foam board t-shirt. Kyle Strauch is back with us, the head track coach at Crestline. It sounds like they're all ready to go. When you look at the NBC, I know it's different than all the other sports where you play them at least once, maybe twice during the year. You don't really do that as much. But when you look at the NBC, who do you see as some of the top contending teams on both the boys and the girls side?
On the boys' side, St. Peter's won our conference last year.
Okay.
I know they graduated a few, including the state champion 110 hurdler. Loudounville's always tough. They always have good numbers. Lucas as well, Mantle Christian with the distance. They always get a lot of points on the distance side. Girls' side usually comes down to Loudounville or Lucas. We're hoping to get up in that area with those two, especially with our numbers going up a little bit.
Okay. If memory serves me right, when I looked at the schedule, you begin on Saturday, March 26th at Gallion with Gallion and Gilead Christian and Arcadia. Do you like starting out with someone close?
Yeah. I mean, just right down the road. We went to this meet last year, had some success, and I know the kids are ready for it.
Could be sunny, could be rainy, could be snowing. Don't know what you're going to get. A week later, you're going to go to the Elks. Always a great tournament. A lot of great competition there as well.
Oh yeah, that's probably our toughest meet of the year. There's just a lot of great schools there. It's a good test. It's a good test to see where we're at. See if we can compete with those Colonel Crawfords, Galleons, Lexingtons, Ontarios who all go there.
April 9th, Saturday, Ridgedale with a bunch of others, and then you have another one in May at Hillsdale with a bunch of others, and then you finish up May 13th. I left a lot of these out, but I hit some of the highlights. May 13th, the NBC Meet at Loudounville. That's always got to be a good one too, isn't it?
Yeah. It's what we built for. It's what we built for as a team. We want to go down there and we want to win. We want to win. We've won 2 in the last 4 years. Unfortunately, we didn't get last year. But on the boys' side, we want to reclaim it. On the girls' side, we want to be able to compete for that title, and I think we're getting close to that.
Very good. Well, I appreciate you coming out tonight. I know it's been a busy year for you, from football to basketball to track, but if you didn't like doing it, you wouldn't be doing it.
Right,
so
absolutely.
I give you a ton of credit for the impact that you've had on young people, and I wish all of you the very best of luck during track and field season, and finish out, those of you who are seniors, finish out strong and make memories in one final sport. So thanks a lot for coming.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to thank everybody here at our Gallion Pizza Hut, not just tonight, but all season long, especially our managers, Bree and Michelle and Jordan. Thank you to Bella tonight for serving us. Thank you to Danny Lane back in the studio, not only tonight, but all season long for keeping me on the air. Cameron Moon for being here tonight on the video side and everything he does. Harper Boggs, who was here most of the year, now running track for Bucyrus. Thank you, Harper, for all that you do. Thank you to Gallion softball coach Doug Hunt and his team, Colonel Crawford track coach Preston Foy and his team, and Crestline track coach Kyle Strauch and his team for being here tonight. Thank you to our sponsors, and most of all of you tuning in on the WQEL Facebook page. Your support is very much appreciated. For one final time, for WQAL Sports, this is Mike Sparks reminding you, spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. See you next July. Take care, and God bless.